Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get started with our luncheon. I'd like to welcome everybody out to our June luncheon. Excited to see such a wonderful crowd. I know that school's officially out now, so everybody's going to be kind of chasing kids and doing different things, so I appreciate everybody taking the time to be here with us today. First and foremost, I'd like to ask Pastor Eric Smith from Cedar Hill Church of the Nazarene to please come forward to bless today's meal.
I'm not going to tell anybody that you know Dave Childers, okay? I'm not going to do that.
Well, good afternoon. It is so good to be with you today. Let me say it's an honor and privilege for Cedar Hill Nazarene to be a part of the Chambers, but also an honor and privilege to begin the meeting by asking blessings from the Lord. I've been at Cedar Hill Nazarene for 4 months now. And let me say, I've been in several towns, and this is the biggest crowd I've ever seen at a meeting like this. So I'm excited to be a part of the Chambers, excited about what God is doing in Somerset. So let us open up with prayer. God, I'm so thankful that you are our refuge and strength, a close hand in the time of our distress. Almighty God, we come before you today, first off, thanking you that you are a Messiah, Lord, that you are the King of Kings and that you are the Lord of Lords. You are the reigning King. You're above all and you are in all. And Lord, we come before you today with hearts overflowing with gratitude. As just a few days ago, our community faced winds that could have brought destruction and despair over so many businesses. But in the midst of the storm, you were our shelter. You held back what could have been worse. You reminded us that buildings may shake, but your presence never waver. Lord, thank you so much for protecting the people of Somerset, and thank you for neighbors who help neighbors, for their first responders who served with courage, and for a community that chose to lift each other up instead of lose heart. We thank you for this meal that was prepared for us. May it nourish our bodies, and may, just as your word nourishes our souls. Blessings, Lord, for those who prepared it, and bless the conversations that are shared at these tables today. As members of the chamber, Lord, may we only seek success in business, but Lord, may we seek blessings from one another and blessings from you. Lord, I'm so thankful that you are a light and a hope to us. And Lord, help us to be a light and hope in this city. Lord, continue to lead us, give us wisdom in our decisions. Lord, give us compassion in our leadership and unity in our goals. Help us to always keep you at the center, not only in times of crisis, but in seasons of peace and prosperity. We offer this prayer to you in the powerful, holy, and righteous name of Jesus Christ, who is our refuge and our strength. And amen and amen.
Thank you very much, Pastor Smith. Those are powerful words. Thank you so much. We have 1, 2 for Tuesday today. I'm going to ask my good friend, former president of the Chamber of Commerce, I guess we're going to call him Coach these days, Coach Daniel Cheshire. Dan's going to come up and he's going to talk to us about the UK Children's Miracle Network.
Coach. Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby. Good afternoon, everyone. It is the start of summer, right? Summer is finally here. One quick announcement. I don't know if anybody saw this in the paper or recently, but our local Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital is the second affiliate of the UK Children's Hospital. So now Lake Cumberland Regional and UK Children's are now handholders, if you will, which is a fantastic thing. So we ought to be very proud of our local hospital for that. Now over 3,000 kids every year that are treated at the UK Children's Hospital from Pulaski County can now benefit from that UK Children's Lake Cumberland Regional marriage that they have together. So since it's summer's fundraising, I'll get Crystal to push ahead one. We are selling Miracle Balloons at Dairy Queen. So it is Miracle Balloon season at Dairy Queen. We have $1 coupons. We have $3 coupons, and we like to say that's a little bit of DQ magic. So for the low investment of $3, you'll get $5 back in coupons. So we can take your $3 and turn it into $5 real quick. There's a dip cone, a signature stack burger, and you also get $3 off of a DQ cake with that. And it's birthday season, so that's the perfect complement to any birthday. Miracle Treat Day, which is our grand finale of Miracle Balloon season, is July the 31st. So I'm counting on all of our local businesses, counting on all of our local people to buy blizzards on July the 31st, buy Miracle Balloons between now and then, and help us raise money for UK Children's. 100% of those funds go directly to UK Children's. There's no handling fee. There's no processing fee. 100% of those funds go directly to UK. So help us at Dairy Queen, help all of our own kids. Thank you again, and I will see you at the Dairy Queen. Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you very much, Dan. I hope everybody will consider going and purchasing a Miracle Balloon. Anybody that knows Dan Cheshire knows that he will donate to anything in this community that you ask him to, and I would encourage you all to support Dan now that he's asking a little from us. Want to recognize, where is Sadie? Sadie Landon? Sadie's in the back. Everybody stand up, Sadie. Everybody stare at Sadie. Make her feel uncomfortable. Sadie's our summer intern. Sadie is at the University of Kentucky. Did you just finish up your sophomore year? Is that right? Yes. She's doing marketing and economics. That's code for she's really smart. And Sadie is going to be spending the summer with us over at the office. We're incredibly excited about that. She's doing a wonderful job. I'm learning lots about Instagram. Don't know a lot about Instagram, but I'm learning. Us old guys, we're getting brought up into the 21st century. So, Sadie, thank you very much for being here today and spending the summer with us. We appreciate that. Also want to mention just a couple of events that are coming up. Next Wednesday is our Chamber Golf Tournament. It's our 41st annual Chamber Golf Tournament. Normally, I wouldn't even mention this because it's sold out almost immediately, but yesterday, I actually had a golf team drop out. So I don't know if anybody in here is a golfer, but I have one 4-person team that is up for grabs if somebody would like to purchase that, or if you know somebody that would like to purchase that, that's available for, in my opinion, the best golf tournament in Southeast Kentucky. So that's going to be next Wednesday at Eagles Nest Country Club, and if you're interested in that team, give our office a call. Let us know about that as soon as you can. Also, I'm going to recognize all of our information tables that are here today. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is a totally, completely free service that we provide for our members, our businesses, our organizations of the Chamber. They can come, set up, and talk with you more about their business or their organization. I would encourage everybody in here to do one thing today. Find an organization, find a university, find a nonprofit, find a local small business that you don't know a lot about, and go stop by and say hello and learn a little bit more about these organizations and businesses right here in our community. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to recognize them real quick. AT&T, Help the Homeless, Goodwill of Somerset, Lifeline Home Care, One Better Media Advertising, Expressions Tea and Gifts, The Chalet Gourmet Restaurant, Incremental Systems, Bridging Lake Cumberland, Campbellsville University, Lindsey Wilson College, Meredith Fry Photography, the United Way of South Central Kentucky, and Reese has told me that they've got a whole bunch of tickets that they've been donated over here for the Master Musicians Festival, and then some local concerts that are going on at the Virginia, and she's running a silent auction right now. So if you want to go over there, you want to get up and maybe bid. Where are you at, Reese? Can everybody see you? There she is, right over there. Maybe go over there and you want to maybe get some really cool tickets to a show. Go over there, sneak over, and put down a bid on those and help out the United Way, obviously. Also want to recognize the Somerset Junior Women's Club, who's here with us today, Volunteers of America, Dairy Queen and the Children's Miracle Network, Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital, and I have three that I'm really excited about, and I'm going to shamelessly talk about really quickly. I've got some of our kiddos over here that are graduates of our Young Entrepreneurs Academy. So if anybody knows anything about the Chamber, our Young Entrepreneurs Academy, we just concluded our 12th year of the YAY program, and it's where we teach middle and high school students how to start and run their own business. By far the most difficult program that we have, also by far the most successful and rewarding program I think that the Chamber hosts on an annual basis. And we've got some of those guys over here today with us, setting up, displaying their various wherewithals, and I'm going to challenge everybody in this room to please go over there and shake their hand and thank them and say hello. This is the next generation of entrepreneurs in our community, and I really think that they deserve that. They're a wonderful group, and I'm going to recognize them. I know we've got Sophie's Sassy Stitches. There's Sophie right there. She is a graduate of this year's program. We've got Lucas Marlowe and Noah Burton of L&N 3D Printing right over here. They've got a bunch of their different things as well. And then our second place winner from 2 years ago has joined us, Mr. Ian Horseman, and he is H-I-A-I-N. It's He Is All I Need. It is a clothing company with a very good Christian message. So what I'm encouraging you all to do is go say hello to these young men and women and go say hi to them and give them some positive reinforcement and some encouragement, and maybe purchase something if you see something you like. Let's give all these businesses a round of applause. Okay, with that, I'm going to go ahead and I want to make sure we have lots of time for our Dr. Washington today, so I'm pretty excited about having him here with us. I want to make sure we have lots of time. I'm going to go ahead and turn the program over to my boss, President of the Chamber this year, Miss Laura Glover.
Nobody else likes that. I don't get that. Why do I get that?
Thank you for that cheerful welcome. We're going to go ahead and call our June Chamber meeting to order, and with that we want to welcome all of our guests, public officials, and our Chamber members here with us today. Thank you for being here to celebrate summer with us. We also want to recognize all of our world class and our chairmen and ambassadors, circle sponsors. They're listed on the wall behind me and also at your tables. So if you see any of them, please thank them for all they do for the Chamber. It's how we make all of the things that we do work. We also want to appreciate the Center for Rural Development and Lonnie Lawson, who's the president and CEO, for hosting these luncheon series, and also Sassy Spoon and Pepsi and Coca-Cola Bottling Company here in Somerset, Kentucky. And now we would like to hear from a past president. As you know, this is celebrating our 100 years alive as a chamber. Thank you all for being here at today's luncheon and celebrating 100 years with us today. We are here with John Nelson. He is a retired journalist, so he's going to give us a glimpse of the past, which will then relate to what the success of the future looks like. Thank you, John.
Well, I'm a graduate of Eastern Kentucky University with a degree in journalism, and right out of college, I went to work for a weekly newspaper in Estill County in Irvin. It was owned by a man whose name is on one of these plaques out here. His name's Guy Hatfield. He owned a weekly newspaper in Ravenna, Kentucky. And Bob Babbage, who was at that time one of my classmates at Eastern, knew about this newspaper, and he suggested that I apply for a job. Guy needed someone. So I went to work there in 1973, I think it was, and worked for Guy for about a year, and I met my wife to be there, and we married in '74 and just celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. And during that time, a guy from this area visited our newspaper to sell us computers. His name was Jerry Gibson, and he said we should start a weekly newspaper in Somerset. And he knew a fella who had a weekly newspaper in Monticello named Stuart Simpson. And we all got together and we started a weekly newspaper here in 1987. That was after I had I had worked for a guy at the Weekly, and after I met my wife, I went to work for a coal company there, and I worked there for 11 years, and then I went back to the Weekly newspaper, and that's where I was introduced to Mr. Gibson, and that led me here.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Well, so you have given me so many questions to spin off from that. So congratulations on being married 50 years. That's amazing. So what does really, when you look at that, what does a milestone like 50 years of marriage look like? And then what does 100 years of being in business, whether it's the newspaper or the chamber, mean?
Well, it takes a lot of fortitude, I guess you would say, in both cases. Marriage is work, and it's good work, but so is maintaining an organization. And I never thought I'd be sitting here, 30 years from when I was president of the Somerset-Pulaski Chamber of Commerce, talking about their 100th anniversary.
How has Somerset changed? How has the chamber changed? How has life in general changed when you come back here from when you lived here yourself?
Oh my gosh. There is so much more here now than there was 30 years ago. And I probably would be that aware of it were it not that I still have family here and get here from time to time. But I recall when this end of US 27 was pretty vacant. It was a big deal to go down to the Somerset Mall, and that was about as far as you went. There was nothing much other than that down on this end. Now it's just solid business.
So what does the chamber to you personally mean?
Opportunity, I guess. It was back then for me an opportunity to network with my fellow business people, like you were talking about with the face-to-face meetings. It was we were new to the community. Our business was, and it was important for us to have a relationship, to know who the business people were and who was influential and who wasn't, and that being a member of the chamber and the chamber board helped with that.
If I asked you one question that defined how you feel about the Chamber of Commerce here locally, what would it be?
Well, I think it's important for businesses to have a voice, a unified voice in a lot of cases, especially when it comes to legislation, not just state legislation or federal legislation, but they need to have a voice in what happens down at City Hall and down at the courthouse. And it's not fruitful for them to go as individuals to stand for something, but it is very important that they go as a group. And the chamber obviously offers that potential. They just have to have the courage to do it sometimes.
So I hope you enjoyed the video. It does lend itself to a lot of wise words. We're better collectively than we are as a business, as a single. So at this point, I want to bring our first Vice President, Bruce Gover, up to welcome our new members. And I do want to put in a plug. I went to the new member breakfast. How many of you in the room today went to that? Show of hands, there's a few out there. It was amazing. The room was packed. If you want to become a new member of the chamber, please come and see one of us. The perks, you really can't afford not to do it. So I'm sure they can tell you all the great things that we offer. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's my pleasure, as always, each month to welcome new members to the chamber. This month we have 14. Several are in attendance here today, so if you will help me when I recognize them, if we'll give them a round of applause. Welcome to the chamber. First off, Boxcar Books, Stacy Farrell and Stephanie Baker. Cabela's Cake, Lisa Nicholas. There she is. Okay. Don Franklin Outdoors, John Lanham. Faith and Works Power Washing, John Bambeck. Fantastic Trailer Sales, Glenn Koneman. Fish and Ski, Mike Bales. Goose Creek Candles, Marissa Dungan. Ison Marine, Tiffany Ison. Kentucky Youth and Children's Foundation, Gary Baker and Rebecca Stogner. Napa Auto Parts, Bobby Campbell. Queener Law, Amy Beth Foster. RC Media Services, Robert Cohen. TC Energy, Emily Reynolds. And the National Preparedness Network, Joshua Sutton. Okay. Thank you all so much and welcome to the chamber.
Thank you, Bruce, and also thank you to all of our ambassadors. They literally pour their energy into the chamber weekly, and if you could stand to be recognized, we would appreciate it. And I know I say it often, but I say it honestly. They make a very small chamber seem large. It is why we can do the events, the luncheons, everything that we do. Bobby and his staff do a great job, but the ambassadors really help us in every avenue and every event that we put on. One ambassador, and I don't think it's going to be a surprise to you, went above and beyond. So we would like to invite Caitlin Baker with the Job Shop. She received the Ambassador of the Month award. Please come forward to receive your award. And I would be remiss if I didn't also acknowledge our luncheon sponsors today, First and Farmers Bank and Prairie Farms Dairy. Thank you for all you do for our community and also helping us to provide these luncheons. And now I would like to introduce someone that will introduce our guest speaker. Many of you might know Paul Isaacs. He grew up in Science Hill in Somerset, Kentucky. He graduated from Somerset High School and Union College. And now he's at Union Commonwealth University, where he has served over 20 years as a trustee. After graduating from the University of Kentucky College of Law, he spent a long career in Kentucky state government as a public defender. until his retirement, having served as a state public advocate, Commissioner of Kentucky State Police, Secretary of the Kentucky Justice Cabinet, and Director of the Administrative Office of Courts. Following his retirement from state government, Paul was elected Circuit Judge for the 14th Judicial Circuit of Kentucky, where he served until 2018. At this time, I would like to invite him to come up and introduce our guest speaker.
Thank you. I appreciate how well you read what I wrote. And I think there's anybody who doesn't believe in karma is overlooking the fact that the sponsor today, one of the sponsors is First and Farmers National Bank, which I owe a lot to. And if I didn't recognize that, my father's ghost would haunt me tonight. But it is my great pleasure today to introduce Dr. D.J. Washington, the 20th President of Union Commonwealth University. He is a celebrated national speaker and accomplished leader with a distinguished career across corporate, intercollegiate athletics, and higher education sectors. Before joining Union, Dr. Washington served as the Director of Employer and Regional Engagement at the University of Notre Dame, where he spearheaded efforts to expand the university's network of alumni, parents, and employers, enhancing recruiting opportunities for undergraduate and graduate students. Previously, Dr. Washington was a Senior Vice President at Athletic Network in Lenexa, Kansas, where he led collegiate relations and business development for 15 years. During his tenure, he secured $1.5 million in corporate partnerships and employer talent solutions, while also managing alumni relations. His leadership saw the launch of numerous corporate partnerships and the facilitation of career seminars for more than 400,000 student athletes at NCAA and NAIA institutions nationwide. Like many of our students at Union, he's a first-generation college student from Cedar Hill, Tennessee. He earned his bachelor's degree in communication and marketing from Union in 2003. He was a student at Union when I first came on the board, and we knew that he had great things ahead of him. His involvement at Union included roles as student government president, associate student trustee, admissions ambassador, and vice president of the student conduct board, along with serving as captain of the men's basketball team. Dr. Washington furthered his education with a master's degree in public relations from Ball State University and a doctorate in higher education leadership from the University of Kansas. His wife, Amy, is also a dedicated educator with 18 years of experience teaching in public schools. They are the proud parents of 4 boys, Kylan, Camden, Kiri, and Kamari. I'd like to present to you with great honor Dr. D.J. Washington.
Well, thank you, Paul, and thank you to each and every one of you for just having me this afternoon. Thank you for having us. There's so many union colleagues and constituents, representatives here today, so thank you. And thank you to the Somerset and Pulaski County Chamber of Commerce. This gives us really good pleasure to be here with you. You know, Barberville is a little small. It's a little tiny town, so I kind of feel big time that we're able to come here in Somerset and just share a few words. But I'd be remiss if I did not thank each and every one of the UCU colleagues here with us. So I'm just gonna ask that whether they're an alum, a next door neighbor to the campus, a trustee, a colleague that's working at the campus now, our enrollment divisions, our development staff, they really showed up today. So if they'll just stand, and if we'll give them just a short hand of applause, that would be great. So at Union, we've been saying something over the last year. It was literally about a year ago, yesterday, that I started my journey back at Union. And as Paul alluded to, I was a student. I was able to become a proud alum, and I was able to serve on the Board of Trustees for my alma mater for about 5 years before coming back as interim president, and then now in the permanent role. And I can't tell you enough just how much pride I have to be a part of such a hardworking group of colleagues and individuals who want to make this ship go. And in the last year, we've been up to a lot. We've had a ton of momentum, and I'm really excited about the future. For us, it's really about uniting for the common good, and you'll hear us say that over and over again because it truly is something that you really can go much further, much faster when you're working together with people. You can do a little bit by yourself, but you can do a whole lot with others. And we're really, over the next year, really excited to be able to talk a little bit about where we came from over the last 145 years. What all we've been going through over the last 10 to 15, and also what we aspire to go, where we're headed next. I can tell you that campus is booming. We're excited. There's a lot of growth and a lot of energy and a lot of opportunity ahead of us. We have over 1,300 students at Union in Barberville, Kentucky. Of those students, many of those are grad as well. We have a 15% increase in our enrollment over this time last year, and our enrollment teams have done a phenomenal job attending 60 plus fairs. They've been to 70 or so high school visits, and they've performed over 150 campus tours on campus. So we've all been kind of hard at work. Our grad team just recently surpassed in our numbers, where we have more grad students than even our undergrad side, and that's the way that you want to see colleges growing because of the online education opportunities that are out there. UCU ranked in the top 5 of 18 privates in the state of Kentucky in applications, admitted students, as well as deposits. We were also number 1 in freshman commitments over the course of the last quarter. So it's really exciting to be able to see the energy. Our applications, our numbers are up over 275% from this time last year. Dual enrollment is something that we've reinstated. We got away from that for a few years, but we've come back into that now, and we've started growing that throughout Knox County and Bell County, and we're taking that next kind of step toward Whitley County and Laurel County, and then of course Pulaski County. And so I personally, along with Sherry's help and the President's Office staff, went out to a lot of our superintendents and got a chance to just kind of meet with them personally. As Paul mentioned, my wife is a school teacher, and so we really value education, and just being able to show up, shake someone's hand, let them know that we're there for them and their youth can go a long way. So I'm really excited about being able to do that here in Pulaski County here in the near future also. Financially, we're in the process of negotiating a $4 million property sale of an off-campus property location here at Union. We have engaged in a $3 million cost reduction strategy, which means in business, as many and all of you are business owners, this is the first time in the post-COVID era that we've been able to walk into a balanced budget without using our endowed funds to be able to help support that. So that's an incredibly huge accomplishment for us. Our development staff, which Maisie and Courtney and others are here today, we've exceeded our annual fund goals, which was $300,000 this year, and we're raising that goal to $400,000 the next year. And along with that, we have our historic pledge that will become the largest gift in the history of our campus of $1.2 million. We are also actively pursuing millions of grants and funding opportunities, thanks to Sarah and some of the work that our team is doing on that side of things. So I'll say all of that just to say that we're doing a lot. We've done a lot in the last 11 or 12 months. And it's really exciting just to kind of continue to keep that beat. But probably what's most impressive, I think, that we really don't talk about that much is 34.4. $34.4 million is the economic impact that Union Commonwealth University has in the small town of Barbourville in Knox County. So when you think about just looking through that lens of what all can a small college education do for a community, it's huge. The breakdown looks like this: $9 million in spending by our employees, $10 million in spending by students, over $300,000 in spending by visitors, $8.8 million in university purposes, and $1.1 million in university investments. So there's three things that I just want to share with you that has always kind of stuck with me in business. One is that small college matters. You know, we're not the University of Kentucky's or the Eastern KU's. You know, we're not a Research One institution or a large flagship, but small college matters. Because it has the ability to be able to impact, to train, to develop, to lead individuals such as myself, a first-generation college student. My parents never went to college, helped me get to where I needed to go, which was Union, and Union supported me from there. Being able to support students in Appalachia, students who sometimes come from families that have been immersed in substance abuse and maybe not being able to, get out of poverty for the most part. Well, Union is the type of campus that takes those particular students into our campus, and we help accelerate them as leaders, just as many of you do in business with your employees and the talent that you continue to develop on a day-to-day basis. I'm really excited because with Union, we have the opportunity to be able to sort of step outside our comfort zone and become an institution of impact, to be able to help our community, to be able to enjoy and be involved and immersed in workforce development, and to be able to just do something that's just bigger and greater than ourselves. And that's where we always say the united for common good, just trying to be better, to be able to help each of our communities in the way that we serve. The second thing I wanted to just, kind of share with you that I always take with me is leadership is essential in business. And I can't be more impressed and more just, incredibly pleased with just how well, this is my second time coming to the Somerset and Pulaski County Chamber of Commerce luncheon. And every time I come, it's packed, and to be able to see the engagement and the level of support that you all have for each other is just really impressive. To be able to see how you're developing talent and how you're thriving in businesses every single day. I saw a really impressive stat about each and every one of you, that over 90% or so of the businesses represented in the chamber are small business, less than 4 or 5 individuals working there. Well, I understand what it means to kind of work in small business. I was there for 15 years before shifting into higher ed, and it takes perseverance, it takes overcoming adversity. It takes having resilience. And you bring each and every one of those traits and those skills and qualities to the table every single day. Just like small college matters, small business also matters. And so I'm really impressed and just really excited to be able to walk alongside other small business owners such as yourselves. And then lastly, just we're better together. We are entering in a really good phase of doing our dorm refresh. We have a chapel renovation and restoration project that's going on. And then we're getting ready to start in the next week our front lawn beautification plan. I know a lot of that probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but it means everything to each and every one of us that loves Union, that cares for Union deeply. You know, it's been 145 years. We have an old campus. And so the opportunity for us to be able to revitalize, to reimagine, to rebuild, is unbelievable, and we're taking every opportunity to be able to do that. I'm fortunate because I have such a dedicated team of individuals who, they don't get behind me, they get in front of me. They're totally leading in each and every way that they look, that they turn. They're leading the charge, and I feel really special to be able to just stand alongside and really go along the battlefield, if you will, with colleagues who care about Union as much as I do. And so this is just a really good opportunity for us because we're a year into this growth effort and we're about to take off. We truly are about to accelerate. And none of that could be possible if it wasn't for our colleagues, for our alumni, our trustees, and many of you. Having our community leaders and being able to have individuals who represent our municipalities is truly huge. And so I just want to thank you, and I thank you for leading with purpose. I thank you for leading with passion. I thank you for all of the efforts that you do. I think, Maisie, we should become a part of the Pulaski County and Somerset Chamber of Commerce if we're not already. I think this would be a good opportunity for us to do that. I'm not sure how much it costs or what it takes, but when you're president, I guess you can just say we're doing it, right? All right, we're in there. So I just again thank you, just from the bottom of my heart. It's not every day that you have a small college, let alone an African-American president in southeastern Kentucky who just has big dreams and big hopes and aspirations for our campus to be able to serve our community. And from the moment I walked in the door, I was just well greeted and so many warm welcomes and smiles and great handshakes. And I just want to just tell you thank you for allowing Union to be a part of such an amazing community as you have here. Thank you.
So thank you for speaking to us today, and we want to make you a friend of the Chamber and also Somerset. You said you've been here twice. We want you to come back, and the answer to your question is you are the president. You can become a member of our Chamber. Thank you. So as you know, I'm not shy about this. I'm going to ask Ace to come and read the raffle because I admitted to you that I made up numbers because I couldn't see them. So I'm not ashamed, but he does a really good job, so you're in really good hands. And while we're waiting, I just want to ask the question, is it too late for me to go back to college because Union sounded amazing and I feel like I could have a new college life? I loved college the first time, think I would love it the second.
So first up, we have a $20 RB dry cleaner gift card, compliments of RB dry cleaners, and that winner is 213430. 213430. Okay. We'll try another one. 213436. Oh, over here. Over here. Next up, we have a Buffalo Wings and Rings gift card. It's for $25, and that's compliments of Buffalo Wings and Rings. And that winner is 213427. In the back. And then we also have a $25 gift card to the Cumberland Grill, compliments of the Cumberland Grill, and that winner is 213296. And then next up we have a $100 Longhorn gift card, compliments of First and Farmers National Bank. And the winner is 213438. All right, so next up we have Dairy Queen Blizzards for a year. Compliments of Dairy Queen. And that winner is 213368. And then next up, we have a WTLO Cincinnati Reds swag pack. Bobby says there's a pretty cool bobblehead from a very famous Reds baseball player in there. And that winner is 213426. Yep. And then last up, we have some Union College seat pads, and that's compliments of Union College, and the winner is 213297. $213,297. $213,330.
Thank you, Ace. And for the winner of the Dairy Queen for a full year, after the full year, I just want to have a conversation with you and see how that went. So at this time, we do want to invite you back to our next luncheon. It is July 1st. So I hope you're all back again. I love that everyone says that we have the most crowded chamber meetings. That is really impactful. It says a lot about our community and our business leaders, so thank you. And at this time, our very own Andrea Clue to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.